Hello, my name is Marcus Adams. I'm the inventor of MediaPluck, and in this video I'm going to show you how to configure FireFox to work with MediaPluck. So as you can see here on the left I got FireFox running, and on the right MediaPluck. So first off, it's important to understand that MediaPluck is a web proxy, so we're really just configuring FireFox to use MediaPluck as our web proxy. So I'm going to go to the Servers tab here in MediaPluck to look at our settings. You can see by default that MediaPluck should already be started. And by default, it listens on IP address 127.0.0.1 port 8080. That 127 IP address is a local IP address, which means that only applications on the same machine can connect to it. And that's good for security, so we're going to keep it like it is. And in this case, I do have FireFox running on the same machine as MediaPluck. So I'm going to keep the Servers tab open in MediaPluck because we're going to use these numbers here to help us configure FireFox. Let's go over to FireFox and get that set up. To set up FireFox, just click the FireFox button here to open the menu, then pick Options and Options, and go way over to the Advanced section. Go to the Network tab and go to Settings. So you can see this is where we set up our proxy settings. By default, it's set up to use no proxy. Well, we're going to tell it to use MediaPluck as our web proxy. So just select Manual Proxy Configuration. And then here's where we're going to type in the IP address from MediaPluck, which is that 127 address. So we're going to type 127.0.0.1. And the port that MediaPluck is running on is 8080. So we're going to type 8080 and click OK and OK. And so we're basically done. We've configured FireFox to use MediaPluck as our web proxy. But there really is one more step that we should do if we're doing this for the first time. As we all know, that web browsers like Firefox have what's called a temporary internet cache. And what that is anytime that you visit a website, it downloads all the media files to the hard drive. Now normally that's a good thing, because then when you visit a website and those files haven't changed, instead of having to download them off the internet again, it'll just load them from the hard drive. But in this case, if you're loading the files off the hard drive, MediaPluck isn't going to see those media files. So we just need to clear our temporary internet cache in Firefox so that you're getting those files off the internet again and MediaPluck will see them. So to delete your temporary internet cache in Firefox, you just go up to the Firefox button again to open up the menu, go into History, and clear recent history. Now, I recommend that you uncheck everything here except for just cache. Those are those actual media files that we're trying to delete. So make sure that cache is checked, and then there's going to be a time range here of what to clear. Just make sure you do pick everything so it deletes the entire temporary cache, and then click the Clear Now button. So there you have it, Firefox now completely configured to use MediaPluck. Let's see that in action. We'll open the Thumbs tab here in MediaPluck and go to our first website, which is, we'll go to MediaPluck. And you can see immediately the website's loaded here in Firefox and all the supported media files have showed up in MediaPluck. So here's a picture of me from right here on the website. Here's my MediaPluck banner right here. You can see from the website here. And there's the icon from up there. If you want to take a closer look at the file here in MediaPluck, we just right click and pick Save and Open, and it opens the image up in our default picture viewer. So now we're all set. So it's important to remember that now that we've set up Firefox to use MediaPluck as our web proxy, that we do need to leave MediaPluck running. And there's even an option in MediaPluck to help you with that. If you go to the options setting here and turn on this option, auto run on Windows login, then MediaPluck will automatically run as soon as you log in the Windows. And you can just minimize it to the system tray and don't worry about it, but just open up MediaPluck whenever you want to pluck those media files. But if you don't want to leave MediaPluck running, that's okay. We'll just go ahead and shut down MediaPluck. And I'll show you what happens if you try to visit a website then. So Firefox is telling us that it can't connect to our web proxy anymore, which is understandable because our web proxy is MediaPluck and that's not running. So there's two things you can do if you can get this error message. Number one, you can just start up MediaPluck again. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just configure Firefox not to use a web proxy anymore. So I'm going to show you how to do that in Firefox. You just hit the Firefox button, open up the menu, go into Options, click Options. We're in our Network tab in the advanced section from last time. Just pick settings. Here's where we've told it to use MediaPluck as our web proxy. We just tell it not to use a proxy anymore. Click OK, and we're done. And we can use our web browser normally again. So there you have it. That's how easy it is to set up FireFox to work with MediaPluck. So we're done here. Go get plucking.